Good evening. How you doing? This is Gene Sanders. Many of you responded to my essay, Let Freedom Ring. I really appreciate all the responses I got. However, I did get some negative responses. And that's okay because, not everybody agree with everybody. But I have a question for you, America, and all my fans, all my friends. And this is to the government. Why, or should I ask, how do the greatest government country in the world would allow their hard-working people to suffer like they suffer today? How do we let our veterans sleep on the streets and die after serving their country, while we send billions and billions of dollars overseas to help other countries, but we can't help our own poor? We cannot help our own children. We cannot help our own sick and suffering, the homeless, education. We have these candidates throwing mud at each other, cursing each other, dragging each other's faces in the mud. How can we trust these candidates? How can we trust this government anymore? How can we allow our companies, our American Fortune 500 companies, to send their jobs and industry overseas and let the people over in those other countries work in sweatshops for $1 a day, making products to send back to here, to this country, and rape the American people? How can we allow this? How can we allow all this to go on? And here it is, our candidates throwing mud back and forth at each other, saying that they're going to change this, they're going to change that. It's the worst presidential race I've ever seen in my life. How can we allow our government and the people that run our government continuously fight and argue and do nothing for the people? The very people that they're sworn to uphold and to protect and to help. How? How could we, as a government, as a country, allow the racism and the hatred to grow and grow and grow? How can we allow all men to go into a refuge, a federal refuge, and take over with guns and do nothing? And what? Why are the candidates talking about it? Why they're not talking about it? Yet they're slinging mud at each other, talking about all this nonsense. And they want us to vote for them? I don't trust any of them. I don't trust the government. I don't trust the police. I don't trust the judges, the courts, none of them. Now let me tell you something. What this country really needs is a savior. And his name is Jesus Christ. That's what this country needs. The Fortune 500 companies, they're sending the money overseas, the jobs overseas. We can't even take care of our veterans. We can't take care of our homeless. We can't take care of our sick and suffering. How can you make a person buy insurance, and then if they can't afford the insurance, you're going to fine them? They don't have the money to buy the insurance in the first place. How can you deny the people that pay their taxes and everything they buy, take that money and send it overseas and not provide the jobs and the help that these people need to survive? How can you make someone work for minimum wage for these companies that make billions and billions of dollars and won't even afford, the companies don't even want to afford them health care? They will make them work part-time so they don't have to pay health care. How can we allow companies to do that? How can we deny a raise to these people that work so hard, check to check, to pay their bills, and deny them health care? The richest country in the world, and we have to borrow money from China? The same country that take our products, steal our products, and re-engineer them or reverse engineer them and send them back to us and sell in our stores. How can we allow that? How can we allow all this to go on? And the government knows about it. How can we allow them to do that to us? And we're the greatest country in the world. We're worried about terrorists. We're worried about this. We're worried about that. The candidates are throwing mud back and forth at each other, dragging each other's faces in the mud. And they saying they're talking about the issues? What issues? Well, we have veterans sleeping on the street, dying, waiting for health care. Well, we have the poor. We have the young not even getting educated. And we have these teachers' unions talking about, we need more money. We need more money. For what? You're not even teaching the children. Kids are grown, getting out of high school, and they can't even read and write their name in script. How can we deny our children the right education over year after year after year and say that we're doing a good job? I don't understand that. I don't care about the Republicans. I don't care about the Democrats. I don't care about the independents. You're all a bunch of phonies. You're all a bunch of crooks. You're liars. And no one respects you. No one cares about you. No one trusts you. Even other governments hate you. Why? And you send money over to them every year, billions and billions of dollars, when you can't even put your own people back. It says that you're supposed to clean up your own backyard before you go over and try to clean up somebody else's backyard. What this country need is a savior, a true leader. And none of you candidates, I'm sorry, or that. All you people that believe in them, you're wasting your time. You're barking up the wrong tree. You believe in people that are historically liars. Wake up, America. They don't mean you no good. How could 1% or 2% or 3% of the people have all the money and deny health care, deny a raise for minimum wage? How could you do this to people? Capitalism is sick. America is sick. It is corrupt from top to bottom. We need a savior, and his name is Jesus. Wake up, America. These candidates do not care about you. All they care about is the status quo. They get in office and they forget you and me. Stop sending your jobs over to other countries. Stop letting China steal your products. Stop letting them send their products here. America, wake up. Stop sending billions of dollars over to prop up these governments when you're denying your own people what is their just due. We paid the taxes. Y'all take the money and do that with it instead of doing this. Wake up, America. The country needs a savior, and his name is Jesus. Thank you for all your posts, response to my poems, and also my essays. God bless you. God bless America. And someone wake these candidates up. They're lying to all of us. They're lying. The companies are lying to all of us. And China is lying to all of us. Stop sending the money over to these countries. Stop receiving their products. If they don't buy our products, don't receive theirs. Thank you. Good night. God bless.